Kawasaki W650, W800, levers and cable maintenance. Right now is winter, and there's nothing better than taking care of your bike while you have time. One of the neglect items of maintenance on the bike is arguably the levers and the cables. So basically clutch cable and throttle cable if you have one. Think about it. We are using our cables very frequently, and especially the clutch cable. Now, for this video, I'm going to use the clutch cable and the clutch lever as an example of how to do maintenance on these components. But the same principle applies to the throttle cables. You may think, well, I've done it like 2 years ago. It's super simple. It's just a clutch, it's just a cable. Similar to a bicycle cable. Like, how often do you maintain those cables? Well, the thing is that as we disassemble, I will show you how much, what's the condition of that lever, pivot, and the cable after just one season. Now, I live in Canada, in British Columbia. We have the rains here. Okay, so you will see what rain does, or just usage of one season does to this particular component. Step one, remove this. Just pull it away to the side. And what you want to do is you unscrew this, loosen it up like this, and make sure you screw this inner part as much as possible that way, so that in the end you will have this state where you see that cutout. The cutout is straight through both of them. Okay. Do not attempt to remove the cable just now, because you still actually need to loosen it up near the clutch mechanism downstairs. So don't worry if you cannot remove the cable at this stage. Step two, remove the cover of the front sprocket. This is a great time to clean the front sprocket as well. Don't neglect that. But right now we're focused on the clutch mechanism. So to fully loosen the clutch mechanism, you can see here, over here, you see this thing here. So what you do is you unscrew it, right? You unscrew it fully, and then there is another thing you need to unscrew. So you basically unscrew that, and just your goal is to loosen up the cable, right? So you'll see that this whole assembly starts as you screw it in, it moves this way. So you're loosening up the cable, okay? After the cable is loose, you will see that it will be easily coming out from this holder right here. And this is how the other end of the clutch cable looks like. It's basically sitting in this basket right here, just like that, right? The way it attaches is very similar to a bicycle. Once you loosen up this part, right, and your cable is out essentially, then you can actually go back here, and then you can pull easily this part out. Okay, now there is a pivot here, and there is a 10mm nut. So you basically remove the nut and you'll be able to remove the pivot. And I want to show you the condition of the pivot in just basically one season. Look at this. There is no grease on it, right? It was fully greased last season. There's no grease. It's completely bone dry, right? There is just like some paste, which is like grinding paste full of dust and the remnants of the grease, but it's basically fully dirty and dry. So imagine this grinding paste is grinding out the the lever, right? So what I do is you take out the lever. Be careful, there is the clutch sensor here, this thing here, right? This, don't break it, okay? And this is how the lever looks like. Look at that paste. Do you see this? It's grime. It's just like, there's no grease in there. It's just like dust. Look at this. And it's not even greasy. It's just basically just dirt, right? So you have to do is you just disconnect the cable. You know, it's pretty easy to do. You disconnect the cable. Yeah, just like that. Remove the cable. Okay, and the cable also has no lube. It's dry, right? Over there, it's dry too. So this needs to be cleaned up, and grease needs to be put here, okay? And for step 3, we're gonna take care of the cable itself. Kerosene, regular grease, toothbrush for the chain. I use it for the chain as well, to clean the chain. Here's the lever. See that little brass piece comes out? Look at that, dirt. See that? So you wash it in kerosene and you lube it. It's not complicated. Very easy to do. To clean the cable, you need a little plastic bag, a child's rubber band for hair, and we need to cut off just one little piece, the corner of the bag first. Once the corner is cut, turn the bag upside down and basically put this bag through the opened corner all the way down there. Once you put the bag over here, reach this stage, and all you want to do is you just need to tie the rubber band around this the cable and the bag. Once you're done tying it, you see it's all tied tightly. You just make a funnel like this. See this? It looks like a funnel. So you take the cable, pull it out a little bit, and then pour kerosene or diesel, doesn't matter. Pour something that will clean the cable. And we're gonna pour it, and then we're going to work it through. Okay, I put a little bit of kerosene. The idea is to work through this by going up and down with the cable. Going up and down, so that the kerosene goes through the hole, through all the cable. And do you see it's coming out here? Do you see this? You just work it through up and down until the whole kerosene, that's how much kerosene goes through it. This cleans the cable inside. To lubricate the cable, you can take chain lube if you have a little bit of chain lube left and you don't know what to do with it. Like in my case, I have just a little bit on the bottom there. Chain lube works fine. Also, if you don't have chain lube, that's fine. Take any motor oil, car motor oil, motorcycle oil, motor oil, doesn't matter. Just pour it in and work it through. Make sure that the lube, whatever that is, goes all the way and comes out on the other end. Once the oil is sipped through inside the cable housing, take the time to clean everything here. There's a lot of dirt and grime still here. Also, clean this thing. If this is dirty, chase the thread as well. Use a chaser, thread chaser. It's actually very handy to have these things. So these are called chasers. They don't make the thread, they just chase it, meaning they clean the thread. Okay, this is very important kit to have in your arsenal. And yeah, just to wipe out, take out all the grime from there. Also, don't apply grease. Don't make it greasy. Why? Because grease attracts dirt and dust. Over time, you tend to, any beginner mechanic tends to like pack this thing with grease, and in a few months it just turns into this grinding paste, right? And it becomes really dirty. Don't do that. Okay, there is no grease besides the pivot itself, right? Should be no grease here. And same thing with the cable. Why don't you just, let's say, take some sort of a grease and then apply something like a greasy chain lube, for example, not runny one, not like off-road one that's runny. Why not use the road one, which is hardens into a grease? Don't do that. Resist the temptation to put grease there, because it's very hard to clean later. The lube, for this cable should be very runny, okay, and light lube, okay. It's okay to use used motor oil or just new motor oil. It's fine as long as it's runny, okay. Yeah. So don't put any grease anywhere besides the tips here and on the pivot in there. To install everything back, first you clean it up, grease the tip, just like I said, put the tip in the handle, reassemble everything, thread the cable through, just like when you took it out, right? And just leave it like that. It's loose, see? It's kind of loose. Basically, just stick it in and leave it. Then you go downstairs, right? And you put everything through, right? Unfortunately, there is not enough light here, but put everything the way it was. Tighten, adjust these screws. Remember where, you took them, how they looked like when they took them off. Basically, put them to the same position and tighten these nuts as usual. Like hold one nut over there and hold one nut and just tighten both of them at the same time. And before you do that, though, you have to put this tip inside this holder here. So tip goes in first, and then you tighten everything else, right? And from this moment on, here everything's adjusted, right? This is actually the main adjustment area. If you want to know how to adjust the clutch cable, this is the main adjustment area. This area here is the light touch, right? This is after you adjusted everything there. This is the major adjustment down there. The minor adjustments happen here, okay? Then what you do, you start unscrewing it, because this is too loose, right? So what you're doing is you're unscrewing this part. See, like that? Unscrew it a couple of times. What you're doing is when you're unscrewing, you're applying pressure onto the housing of the cable. What this means, it stretches the cable a little bit more, right? If you bend the housing, it forces the cable to go just so ever slightly longer, just a little bit longer. So this is called the fine adjustments. So you unscrew it here and then just see how it feels, right? There should be 2 millimeter play, right? 1 to 2 millimeter play. So this approximately is 1 to 2 millimeter here, just like that. Okay. If you're happy, some people like it in the beginning, like I do. I like it like when it's like you press it and it disengages right away. Some people like it to be in the middle somewhere. So this is the adjustment. This is the sort of the minor adjustment that you do. So after you're happy with the tension, you just turn this. Don't use pliers. Don't force this because this can crack easily. Just like on a bicycle, you just tighten with your fingers, just like that, and then press, put the cover back on. Okay, this will give you, oh my god, this is 50% lighter right there, automatically. That's all you have to do. 50% lighter pull. Keep in mind, why is this important? because clutch is what you use every day for hundreds of times. And in the older bikes, they don't have slipper clutches. They don't have any kind of special devices that like make the clutch super light. So the only way you can make your clutch lighter is actually by lubricating it and making sure the pivot is lubricated and the cable is lubricated. If you do that, you'll have 50, maybe 30 to 50% lighter pull on the clutch. This feels like new now. It's okay. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to answer.